First, tracking a tropical depression and the potential impact on South Florida.
We go to WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel for your 11 o'clock update. Steve?
Here's the very latest. Just came in from the Hurricane Center on TD13 and Tropical Depression 14, both expected to become hurricanes. We also have a strong tropical wave that's come off the coast of Africa that we'll have to watch, but that's really next week as an issue. Here's a look at TD13. Trying to get better organized tonight. The hurricane hunters have been flying through it. Difficult to find a low-level center, but they still hold on to a tropical depression. Still very disorganized, although areas of convection obviously have been firing up during the evening, and the forecast track remains about the same, taking it just to the north of the islands on Saturday and Sunday and slowly strengthening it. Now, any shift to the south would bring it over the mountainous areas of Hispaniola and then eventually Cuba, and that would help weaken it, and that is certainly a possibility, a scenario that we could be looking at as we get into Monday and Tuesday. Impacts on Florida with the cones still in our viewing area. We could see a shift toward the north or a shift to the south. The computer model tracks this evening have been trending a little farther south. That is nice to see, but it may be more of a windshield wiper effect, and we may see those tracks bump north again as we get into tomorrow morning. But it's nice to see that, and hopefully that is a trend that we'll continue to see on Friday. Here are some scenarios, in fact 3, with a land interaction if that southern track that would keep it as a weak system, perhaps even as a tropical depression as it makes its way toward Florida. Stronger storm, and some of the models have even a hurricane headed toward this area. That's a second scenario. Or a weak Bermuda high would allow it to turn to the north and to the east of our area, and we stay out of the big impacts. As far as the probability of tropical storm force winds here, they range anywhere from about 15 to almost 30%, so below 50%, which is nice to see. And TD14, a quick look. This one also now expected to become a hurricane, moving first across Cancun and Cozumel and then into the Gulf of Mexico. It's a Category 1 hurricane on Tuesday. Now, there is the potential here for 2 hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico early next week, one making landfall in this area around Texas and another one in the Florida Panhandle. That would be amazing. We're going to talk more about that in the forecast as we get into the weekend coming up.
If you haven't already gotten your storm kit together, now is a good time as we enter the peak of hurricane season in the next few weeks. The First Alert Weather Team put together a checklist, and you'll find it in our online hurricane survival guide on WPTV.com/hurricane.